Hey, what is going on YouTube? Aaron here. We are back, boys, in the Halloween event this time. For those that watched me do this solo on stream, that was not the best experience, and I apologize for that. This game mode is not really my cup of tea, but Peak and Legendary V19 actually helped me finish this here. We finished it in 3 games. The strategy is pretty much the same. Get in 2 cruisers or 3 cruisers, 2 cruisers in a battleship or 3 cruisers, and just obliterate the enemy. Now, what we did here is you can see we set up a little crossfire in the beginning, and I think this was the normal mode, but our strategy was the same. I just didn't have a spectacular game as I did in this one that I wanted to post for you guys. I also briefly want to talk about the rewards for this Halloween event, and while Wargaming, is not going to give away a tier 8 ship for free or something like that, the Perth, to me, and I have a review coming up, is a mediocre ship at best. Now, it is definitely a fun ship. I love my Aussies, both ship-wise and community-wise. They've given me a lot. Shout out to Cheese, Beast, Darren, Styx. I know I forgot a bunch of others, but you guys are awesome. The Perth is a fun, unique ship, but it's basically a Leander with HE and crawling smoke. Now, like I said, I do have a video coming out on that. I've been really busy trying to edit and just get all this content in a better format and not just post a half-ass replay, if that makes sense. Also, not just post a bunch of, edited clips where I look good myself. Now, the Perth video is going to be a few videos edited together, but you will have battle impact in that ship, but you will not have the DPM to really do a lot about it. But anyway, back to the Halloween event. As you can see here, I have moved in on the left, and you can look at the minimap. Peak moved in on the right, or I think it was V19 actually in the cruiser this time, and Peak was in the battleship. But basically, you want to spread out your chances and your crossfires. Like I said, I'm on the left here, Peak's in the middle, and Legendary's on the right. Now, this opening, few minutes here, the ships are just coming out, and as you can see, I think it's 28 total in the Nightmare mode, and it's 22 in this mode. So basically, just kind of go in and start killing stuff. At the 5-minute mark, or I'm not exactly sure of the time, but after you kill a few of these ships, they start to spawn from the west side there, and they also spawn on the north side of the first tower. Now, you can lose 1 tower and still complete it with 5 stars, but it's nice just to have that little backup in case you get 2 just completely potato teammates. And I will say our teammates in this, especially the Destroyer, actually did a pretty decent job. Now, I think the Destroyer does die later in the game mode, but I had some awful teammates the first day running solo. So if you've got some friends, if not, division up and join my Discord section. I will link that down below so you guys can get some friends. But basically, in the opening minutes here, you're just killing these ships, getting it out. Now, the cruiser does have a reload booster, which is amazing for situation, when you get yourself into trouble. That also heals you. So if you're not paying attention to that, make sure that you're using that. The battleship also has a heal, but I think you have to be within 4 kilometers. The battleship also has a ramming invincibility perk, so I've seen a few people say that is a great way to take out Rasputin or the carrier. Now, what we did, our strategy for taking out the carrier, which does spawn behind the portal there, and you'll kind of notice it when you start to get attacked by plane squadrons. We sent both the cruisers in with our radars and our reload boosters, and we kind of just beat him down. Now, in our final game, the Destroyer, which was actually Sensei, got into the game and actually helped us take out the carrier. So, shout out to Sensei for doing that. And he was kind of a 4th teammate that we told to stream snipe us to help us get us through the event. But if you guys want to do that, count in with each other, then that's the more people you can have on your team, the better. It's basically like it's like standard, when people work together, it's amazing, and nobody wants to be a team player anymore. But as you can see, we're still just developing that or creating that crossfire essentially, which is good game information on top of helpful for this mode. But we're just shooting enemies, and we're trying to stay on the edge of the filth here. And I think, like I said, later throughout the game, the carrier should be appearing about now. You will notice, like I said, the fighter's in the air, and at that point in time, I think Legendary and I dive into the filth. Do take note that the filth does harm you while you are in it. I don't think it's that much in the beginning, but later on, you will start to lose a good chunk of health, especially as more and more enemies come out of the filth there, or out of their spawns. And sometimes those spawn literally right next to you without warning. So my biggest problem in the early rounds was just taking torps with my reload booster down. But here we actually did lose that first tower, and it does. If you get in trouble, you should actually let it go because it destroys all the enemies near it. But don't worry too much about, like we said, saving that first tower. In most cases, you lose it anyway. But getting back to what I was talking about, I'm backing up here into the filth, and we go ahead and use our reload booster. We have one of these Bismarcks here, and I don't know if the AI are evolving, if Skynet is becoming self-aware, but the AI in this always seem to dodge my torps like with fantastic, just the one on stream the first night, he literally like put the brakes on in like 2 seconds. It was actually kind of funny, but anyway, I think the carrier is spawning about now, and I'm kind of planning and talking out with Legendary that we need to go in and kill it. I think Rasputin just spawned in front of me here. I actually wasn't paying attention, and I think I run up right on him in this game. The spawns, you need to pay attention. Like I said, the spawns, sometimes the ships will come out right in front of you or right next to you, as it did in this case, and I'm like, oh, that's Rasputin. But I think Peak said he was working on him, and I think we only do a little bit of damage to him. But this is actually a pretty good damage game. We don't get that many kills, but we get like 400,000 damage, which is, half impressive in this mode. I've seen 800,000 damage. So, like you said, with a good team, the damage is kind of spread out. If you get an awful team, then yeah, it's painful and you will rack up the damage. But we get Rasputin there, and because I have camos turned off in my main menu, it says Nikolai, but we're not too worried about that. And I think at this point you can see the carrier in the background. We were backing in initially, and I think we got overrun, so we're going to go ahead and turn around and use our range. And I always like to save a reload booster for the carrier, mainly because you're going to be losing some health, but also because it just helps kill him faster. Now, I will say that we upgraded our commanders, and I'll put that on screen right now. The first time I did this on easy mode, I did not upgrade my commander, and I was wondering why. I didn't have any range, I didn't have any maneuverability, and my reload was a little bit slower. But make sure you do that. Just play easy mode. Even if you lose the first few games, you get a little of these upgrade tokens here, and you can upgrade that commander. This is the build I'm running. It's nothing special. It's just I just chose whatever perks help my damage output, and I think I put one on Rudder here. And that was before I got even more tokens on this round and upgraded his legendary skill. But regardless of that, we got him upgraded, and it was a little bit easier. If you'll notice, back to the game now, I actually I pop my radar here, and I think legendary and actually the destroyer. I'm not sure how this round went, but we are focusing on killing the carrier. You don't need to kill the carrier for the round to end, but you need to kill the carrier to get 5 stars. So we pop our reload booster, we've got his side, and I think I switched to AP here, but I honestly just wanted to make sure I maintain damage. And I actually see this Bismarck is on a ramming course, so we get the torpedoes over. I did lose my torpedoes on the next round fairly easily due to like the secondaries and just different ships shooting, but at this point the carrier is really low health. I think Peak or Legendary die in this round, but it doesn't matter because we've done our job. As long as one person survives and we have cleared, or we're actually 2 ships away from clearing the total kill goal. Like I said, I think it's 28 in the nightmare round. I think this was the normal mode, but it's essentially, I don't think the AI get any smarter or dumber. I just think you have to kill more ships and make sure that the carrier dies, as well as not losing more than 1 tower. But yeah, at this point we're like, okay, I think we got it. We just need to survive, another minute or 2 here, or minute and 20 on the clock there, and kill a few more ships, basically. But mission accomplished. Like I said, teamwork is the way to go. I will link my Discord down below so you can get some like-minded people. The way to get the Perth, what you accomplish from this event is you will unlock a set of tokens, as well as a tier 3 Japanese battleship, which I have been told is not that great. So I'm not really inclined to play it. I might show it on stream one of these days. But basically, what you're playing for is to get that battleship, to unlock it, to get the nightmare shards or whatever to unlock the Perth. Now, if you play this game for free, you will not be able to get the Perth. You will need to buy 1 crate, which there is 1 crate available for 1,000,000 silver. I'm not exactly sure on the numbers, but I have been told that you can only unlock 9,810 shards from this game mode. So as we get a nice little yeetage on a phantom, a zombie Charles Martel there. But that is the numbers you need. So you will need 1 or 2 crates to buy 1 or 2 crates, and as well as the commander. You will not be able to unlock Farncombe in a commander crate. You will need to buy him with commander XP. So I hope you didn't waste your commander XP resetting commanders. Yeah, those are the key takeaways as the event comes to a completion here. Actually, I don't think anyone died in this one. I'm not sure. I'm remembering different rounds, but that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's how to master the Halloween event. Create a little crossfire. Use your skills accordingly. And there's 5 stars. AA run out. Peace.